Welcome back to the next chapter. In this chapter of the six-figure portfolio building, I would like to explain is about benchmarking and then saving money. So, benchmarking. Why benchmarking? When benchmarking? How benchmarking? Let me explain to you. As soon as you start your stocks and shares portfolio, it doesn't matter if you've just been buying index, a couple of index, maybe index and a couple of funds. You should be benchmarking. Do not wait until you have a special awesome pyramid diversified. You should start benchmarking just to test the waters to see how well you're doing. Maybe you shouldn't be benchmarking immediately after day one, but over the course of at least 6 months, you need to know how you're doing. Okay? Let me tell you a little story rather than go into the nitty-gritty technical details. Okay? So I met my friend, I'll call him Andy. This is a true story, by the way. My friend Andy, who's also investing. We were speaking about it over lunch. And then I think it was back in 2018. I said, so how well did your portfolio do, without telling me the details, because some people don't like to reveal. He says, it was 2017. He says, yes, I've been doing really well. A couple of good stock picks. And overall yield was about 7 to 8%. He says it's one of the best years he had, because previous year it was only 3%. And he was explaining 7 to 8 is great because it's beating interest. Interest was only about less than 1% that year, or even like 0.5% in 2017. So it's great. Can't complain. And then I had to tell him the truth, because 7 to 8% in 2017 wasn't great. And even worse in 2016 when he only made 3%. Why? Why do I say that? Going back, remember I keep saying always buy index first. And I told him, do you know, Andy, in 2017, the S&P 500 was up about 27%. And the Dow Jones was up almost 31% in 2017. It's one of the greatest bull run ever. And you only made 7 compared to 27 or 31. You were almost 3 times less than everyone else. So we started breaking it down where he bought and went wrong. So he started buying too many high risk shares. He was making losses in a certain avenue, so his wins weren't reaping enough. He was buying too much high risk share. He wasn't diversifying. He wasn't buying enough index. He wasn't buying enough American shares. He was buying, international shares. He was going to emerging markets. So there's many ways of correcting it, but to correct it, you have to find out that you were wrong first in the first place. Because if somebody wasn't beating the S&P 500 for many, many years, let's say you've been investing in 5, 6, 10 years, and you're always below S&P 500, Dow Jones Index, or even a Nikkei or FTSE 100 Index. Index are basically the country's collection of high cap companies into one avenue that you can invest in. And if you try to stock pick and you're not beating the national avenue average statistics, don't try to buy companies. Perhaps maybe you should just be buying, don't stock pick. Maybe you should just focus on index buying. That's what's important in benchmarking. Nobody realizes they're not doing well until you compare against, the norm, really. So that's why. So how do you do that? How do you do that? You can do it by, you got Google Finance, you got Yahoo, you got Financial Times. It's all free portfolio that you can put what you've bought at what price. And then they'll start accumulating, and you can do a comparator. You can just bring the S&P 500 or the Nikkei index or the stock 600 from euros and just compare where you are. And if over the last few years you have not been beating the national index, then perhaps don't stock pick. Don't try to go Bitcoin. Yes, I'm going to make 10 times the money. Maybe don't stock pick. Just buy index or diversified portfolio, or go to the right place and get right information. So that's why you have to benchmark, yeah? So that's really, really important, comparing yourself against the norm. Okay? And the next part that I would like to explain is saving money. Okay? Saving money, the obvious. Yeah, you need to save money. But many people misunderstand, yeah? As you think that I've got a lump sum of 20, 50,000 pounds from inheritance money, or money you've saved up from somewhere, or maybe a profit from business. 50,000 dollars are investing, and that's it. I'm not going to put any more. I hope this $50,000 become the great $1 million or the $10 million or the next Bitcoin. No, that's not going to work. That's not how investment, that's not how building a 6-figure portfolio actually works. To make your money work, you always have to consistently put in. You have to pump in money. Okay, if you put 50,000, if you're good at saving up to 50 grand, make sure you try to top up every now and then. Let me explain to you statistically why. Okay, so let's say if you put one lump sum over the next 30 years, about 18% yield, you get from £1,000, 18% yield, you make up to about £174,000 over 31 years on buying Coca-Cola, for example, 1998. Buying Coca-Cola in 1998, £1,000 with the dividend reinvestment and everything else. But at the end in 2019, you should have £174,000. I'm serious, no joke, because of the dividend reinvestment with only £1,000 investment. But if you put £1,000 every year, if you top up £1,000 every year, and the next year put another £1,000 for 31 years, you invested £31,000. Do you know your investment will grow into about 450 from memory, or £450,000? So 170 versus 450. It's a huge sum. You're closer to the $1 million mark because of your regular investment. So where I'm coming from is, do not expect a big lump sum of money to pave the way to your retirement. No, you have to consistently save money. Think about it. Why go buy an expensive car for £399 a month where you can use this to invest? Perhaps maybe downgrade the car and put in £150 a month. Even small sums of money that you can put in every single month, every year, will help you push the portfolio into the next realm, into the next figure change, So don't expect one lump sum to make a big difference. Make sure you save money each time. Don't buy the unnecessary stuff that you have. Save money, put it in. Save money, put it in. Save money, emergency fund. Save money, put it in. Save money, daily fund. Make sure you save money. That's how rich people get richer. Not because they buy a beautiful yacht, they got rich. They got rich. They got buy the beautiful yacht because they were saving enough money to grow the portfolio, the investment, the business, reinvest it. And that's where they get you. Okay? Saving money is reinvesting your profits. Think about it. If you're a company, that's what you would do. Okay? So let me recap. Benchmarking. You need to know where you are against the global markets, the index. And then secondly, make sure you save money regularly because it makes a huge difference in your portfolio. Okay, I'll see you in the last chapter after this.